just how did you kind of fill out that first NBA minutes, especially not a whole lot of training camp under your belt, but just getting out there and getting to the floor of the game?
It was good, just get to understand it. Like you said, like I was short of practice stuff. I didn't practice the whole training camp, so it was good just getting a feel of it.
And with that particular team, they play so fast, especially when they're at home. How much is that kind of adjusting to the NBA and how it is in this league, the pace and the guards, the way they're able to move up and down the court?
I mean, it was something that I worked on with my condition, and even the days we did practice, we work on transition defense. So us just keep practicing it and just trying to perfect it. I mean, we messed up a few times, but you just gotta keep getting better and perfect it.
Derik, how do you think your wind was overall? Like, I think you played about 14 minutes. How much more do you think you have in the tank right now?
I think my wind was pretty good. I probably had, I'd say, 10 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes, something like that. But I felt pretty good out there, and just trying to get better every game and just keep building.
Nothing surprised you with like the pace or anything in terms of just like being adjusted and just playing at this level. None of that. Like you didn't see it. You didn't have any issues with that, right?
No, not at all. I feel like I was getting back on transition and stuff. So.
What did you think of Jeremiah's performance?
Been saying it, Jeremiah. He nice.
When you took that charge, I mean, that was an advanced defensive move, I think. Were you prepared for that? You knew was that a scouting thing? Or?
No, I mean, we knew he was going to go left. And then I think I took some charges in college, but if not, I definitely took some in high school. So it's not like a new thing.
And like you said, it's not new. Y'all been watching Jeremiah since summer league. But how crazy is just a guy that young to have the amount of points that he has and just being under control all the time the way he is?
Yeah, I mean, not much to say. He good at basketball. It don't matter how old you is. If you belong here, you belong here. And I feel like he belong here.
And Derik, what did you see when the Grizzlies went on that 19-0 run in the third quarter, where they really flipped that momentum?
We was down 4 at a possession, and Herb just came over and was like, felt like we was down 20. Like everybody attitude just shifted, and then like it wasn't the end of the world. And then everything just kind of went down here after that. But next time, I think we're gonna be prepared and have better energy, and it's just us as like teammates, as a collective group, to just keep picking each other up.
Is there any excitement for you just to open up at home on Friday? First time playing in the Smoothie King Center in front of a regular season game in front of fans like that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Another great opportunity. Hopefully, we can bounce back and just keep building.
And I guess what's the preparation like when a guy like Wemby's coming to town, when he's such a freak with the height and what he can do out on the court? I guess what's the mental preparation like for that?
Do the best you can do.
Did you watch that game last night?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of the highlights.
What makes it just so difficult when someone's that big and they can handle the perimeter, they've got the size to go, like just being like having that those tools to do that, like how difficult?
I mean, I seen him shoot over a lot of contests. So it was like there's not much you can do, but probably be physical. But still, he 7 whatever, and he still shoot over top of you. So it doesn't really. We just gotta do our best. Try to contain them, show bodies, and try to get as many steals on them, because we probably not gonna block a shot.
And you're like another example of kind of the new evolution in the NBA with these bigs who can handle the ball out on the perimeter and make plays. How much do you kind of see that across the league, or guys you see coming up in high school and college where these guys who are power forwards and centers used to play in the post, now they're playing out on the perimeter?
It's actually not a lot of us. It's just like whoever like Jokic, for example. He's like probably one of the best players in the league. So like that's like it's not a variety of us. It's like it's a few of us, but he's like the main focus of, like, it's not a lot of bigs that just go up, push the ball, start the break and stuff, and do what he can do. So I guess like it's not really evolving. Like the game of course going to change. I mean, it is going to evolve because the game going to change, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like it's God-given skills. Like it's a thing that he probably work on, or we probably work on.
Unicorn in the game, right?
Yeah.
Just after I got a chance to watch it, what really stood out in that third quarter that allowed them to kind of flip the game?
They scored 41 points that half, I think. So that was I think that's what killed us, transition defense. That's been killing us even in the preseason. We just got to get back on defense. A lot of ball turnovers, you got to limit those as well.
What are some of the positives that you got from there that you can kind of piece together and be like, hey, this is sustainable. We can carry this over.
Even though we did turn the ball over more than we liked, I think our offense did look good. We just got to make some paint decisions, more, and I think we'll be fine. It's still game one. We're still adjusting to playing with all the guys. I think Fierce looked great. I think that was the highlight of the game yesterday. Fierce looked great. DQ looked good. Yeah.
Jordan, you've spent a lot of time on the court next to Jeremiah in these preseason games, and now his first game. Mm-hmm. What's it like playing next to him? What do you see out there on the court?
It's like really shifty. I don't know who he really plays like, because he just moves so well with the ball, and it's just pretty impressive for guys his age. So I can't put a finger on who he plays like, but he can get downhill at will, and once he just starts making reads, and the game will get so much easier for him than playing with Zion.
You had some big games early in your rookie year. How impressive was it for him to have the kind of performance he had, right off the bat?
Yeah, I don't think I did that in my first game. I think I had about 3 points, one shot. So that's pretty impressive. So, yeah.
And he went up against John Morant, right? One of the shiftiest, quickest guys, and it seemed like they were really on equal footing.
Yeah.
Did you see kind of the same thing?
Ja's job, but Jeremiah, he has a chance to be that good. Yeah, he has that chance to be good. So.
And I know there's been a talking point since last year, just getting the three-pointers up. It seemed like y'all were really doing that in the first half. What did you kind of see, just the way y'all were able to create those shots?
We got Zion. They're going to have to guard the paint. If they don't guard the paint, it's a layup. So it's really getting guys open when driving to the paint. They know you got to collapse. They have to collapse. So it's protect the paint league. You just kick out for threes. And it just makes the game so much simpler. And then it opens everything up. So.
Before we start talking about the Spurs and the home opener tomorrow, just your reaction to the news today in the NBA with the arrest made in that sports gambling, just kind of your reaction to hearing that stuff.
To be honest with you, I'm still absorbing it. A little shocked. So I don't want to make too many comments on other people's situations and things like that because I don't know enough of the details. I kind of saw it or heard about it right as I walked into the building this morning, but my first reaction was just shock, to be honest.
Are those ongoing conversations you've got to have with your coaching staff and players concerning stuff like that, and not to be involved in that, make sure that you're staying away so you don't get into situations like that?
Yeah, it's definitely conversations that we've had it as a group. The team has had meetings and discussions about the difficulties of gambling and what that all entails. So we've had some discussions. We'll continue to have some, obviously.
Sports betting has obviously been around forever, but is it strange just how prominent it is now and how much it's just kind of like a part of the everyday discourse in sports, just the sports betting and fans screaming stuff at games and that type of stuff?
I'll say it's definitely, you definitely feel the effects of gambling more in sports. Like you said, Will, based on some of the comments that's being made during games, I know there's some benefits to it, but there's also some consequences of it.
And Willie, during the game and looking upon the game footage, I'm sure you've watched a few times. What stuck out to you? What's novel? What's new? Where you guys failed maybe in the third quarter, things like that?
Yeah, starting with the positives, I thought we came out with great energy, connected as a team, playing with an intention, playing with force on both ends of the floor, had a really, really good first half. And honestly, for 3 quarters, we looked really good as a team. The growth for our group is that when the intensity turns up, as we saw it in the third quarter, we just got to continue to trust each other and trust in what we're doing. And that's the biggest growth for our group. I don't even think, credit to Memphis, they won the game, but it wasn't necessarily what they did to us. It was how we handle those moments and those situations. And the tendency for everyone is when things get a little tough, I got to do more, I got to do it myself. Those are situations where we got to trust each other because our inability to make reads in the paint, it kind of just led to their transition opportunities. So something we talked about today, something we'll continue to clean up.
Is that part of the reason why the offense just seemed to kind of just go through the sludges, or so to speak, because you only got like 9 3-point attempts? There weren't really any driving kicks, things like that.
Yeah, it's a new group, so we're continuing to work some of the kinks out. You try to do it as much as you can in practices, in training camp. This group loves playing with one another, but it's all new for them too. So we got to keep working at it.
How impressive was Fears in his first NBA game?
Impressive to be able to step on the floor as a 19-year-old. He is fearless. He steps on the floor and he gets after it right away, and that's what we want. We want him continuing to attack.
Is that a surprise? Just how he didn't look like he was like the moment was too big for him. Like he was able to kind of like stand in control, play in control. Like is that that is surprising for someone that young to do that, right?
He's been doing it. So we put him on the floor. We felt really comfortable with what he's been doing over training camp, starting with the summer, but then training camp, preseason games. And, we're going to continue to push him to attack on both ends of the floor, picking up full court, attacking in transition. He's special in transition, finishing at the basket, finding teammates. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm surprised, but glad he was able to step on the floor and have some big moments for himself.
Has he already made like a jump in terms of like from summer league in terms of pace of the game and like the tempo that he plays with?
Most definitely, and it's a credit to the work that he's putting in. Pretty much twice a day. He and Coach Aaron Miles are working diligently. They're watching film. He's picking up things regularly in practices. So really good effort on his part.
You're watching that game last night with Dallas and San Antonio. You're watching Victor just go off for 40 and just dominate on both ends. It looks like somebody who he missed all most of last season because of the issue that he had there. But it looks like he could potentially be a real dominant force in this league, right?
Yeah, we all know from the time he came in the NBA that he's one of those guys that can step on the floor and lead a team. I saw some of the clips from last night of some of the things that he did against Dallas. Again, we'll watch some film on him. We'll prepare. We'll do what we need to do and come out ready to attack.
Willie, do you have any updates on Eve and his ankle?
Day to day. Right now, he'll be questionable for tomorrow. So we'll get more evaluations on him after today.
If he can't go, do you have kind of already a plan in place on what you're going to do since you're already down?
That's in the work. Okay. In the works for us, yeah.
And obviously, injuries is nothing new for this team. But how tough is it when it just kind of all comes at one position, the way it has early on at the center position?
It's tough, but it's just something you got to deal with. And you don't want it to happen. But next man up. That's why we create a deep roster, and those guys will be ready to step on the floor no matter what happens and get going.
And obviously we talked a lot about Fears and the way he played last night. But what did you think about Derik Queen and just his first minutes, especially without any training camp under his belt?
I thought he gave us some great minutes. He gave us some really great minutes. He was aggressive, communicating on defense. He made some plays for us offensively. Rebound. He's a really good rebounder. Love what I saw from both of our rookies.
How many minutes do you think you could ask from Derik at this point in time?
We'll keep evaluating, keep monitoring him and see where we are. I thought he handled the 14 minutes. I think he played 14 last night. I thought he did a great job with that. We'll continue to look at it.